Namaste, everyone. Welcome to the Cārvāka podcast. This is kushalmehra. Before everybody gets into the mood and starts discussing cricket, RCB sucks as always. I know, where we stand in the IPL ratings before all the Mumbai Indian haters come. तो इसके पहले कि तुम आओ मैं ही तुमको दिखा देता हूं इस समय की पॉइंट्स टेबल टैली एंड देयर यू लुक एट मुंबई इंडियंस राइट एट नंबर 7 and RCB at number 5. That pains me more than Mumbai Indians at number 7. And as always, to talk about this absolute travesty, I have with me Aadit Kapadia. Aadit, बड़ा खुश हो रहा होगा तू?
Hello, Kushal. I mean, how can you tell that I'm happy? am I making it too obvious? नहीं देखो, as an ex Mumbai Indians fan, I mean, I'm still a very well wisher. I hope to see them doing well, but I'm very happy with Gujrat Titans. The thing that what makes me happy is the way we have lost the two games. One was that freak Rinku Singh performance where he hit 5 sixes in 1 over. Normally नहीं होता.
What a match!
Oh, it was an insane match. I'm telling you, that was one match because दो चीज हुई, right? एक तो हारे तो थोड़ा उठ गए, right? कि भाई, okay, take yourselves a little bit seriously. Second, I feel for poor Yash Dayal because he missed out after the game. He went for 70 in 4 overs, but that made sure Mohit Sharma gets into the Gujarat starting 11. And my God, how good Mohit Sharma has been since then. So, matlab, as a Titans fan, I'm very happy कि एक हारे तो matlab, we had this one monumental choke. It was that, and that Shimron Hetmeyer insane innings which we lost. But now everything is back to normal.
ये जो कल का मैच था टाइटंस और मुंबई इंडियंस के बीच में, ये क्या भद्दा मजाक था.
हाँ, मतलब I for a sympathy defeat ऐसा मुझे कुछ लग रहा था कि मुंबई इंडियंस को शायद मिलना चाहिए. It was very bad. For the simple reason is because first of all, Titans should not have gone to 200. Right? They were 80 odd in 10 overs, and at max they should have gone to 175 or 180 because our batters kept basically playing suicidal shots. Shubman Gill, Vijay Shankar, and I forget who's the third person. 3 of them got out in the exact same fashion, trying to chip the ball over. Hardik Pandya, all 3. And at 100 for 4, we were like, ye gaye. And then David Miller and Abhinav Manohar just went in. And matlab Rahul Tewati ka to main kya hi bolu yaar. Matlab wo kya hai? He has ice cold blood in his veins. Like, there are 3 games. So Rahul Tewati ka one thing I have understood is good. The Gujarat Titans management that 2 games he can win you on his own. मतलब एक weird सा performance या partnership करके और 2 गेम में आके वो ऐसे टाइप का नॉक खेलेगा कि 20 रन 5 बॉल में डाल देगा. What Jitesh Sharma played when Punjab was playing the other day when they got 190 odd, similar knock. So Mumbai Indians needs people like those. So and we'll go team by team. But basically, and second thing I'll tell you is the way Shami was swinging the ball. As Indian fans, every Indian fan should be happy the way Shami has been swinging the ball this IPL.
ईशान किशन क्या कर रहा था कल?
Ishan Kishan was being sorted out, my friend. Shami had virtually ensured that Ishan Kishan England में एक बॉल भी नहीं खेलेगा.
He can't bat in a moving ball. I mean, what was that?
And kudos to the curators at Ahmedabad for preparing a superb wicket, right? Because if you had the game, you could score the runs, as David Miller showed. But आप moving ball के against नहीं गए. And I would like to see more wickets like this in T20 के थोड़ा ball घूमे. And Michael Vaughan actually said this on CricBuzz that there are a lot of T20 players in the world who have no freaking idea on how to play a moving ball.
Dude, okay. The match before that we lost, literally, I hate to say it. I mean, as much as I feel bad for poor Arjun, वो एक over was the difference in the end, right? इसके पहले वाला जो मैच हम हारे, जहां पे अर्जुन गिव 30 runs away, ठीक है?
31 runs. ये 31 runs in 1 over. Yeah. Because उससे क्या हुआ कि उसके बाद you had like every bowler then go for runs like 20, 17. वो floodgates खुल गया ना एक बार. And वही तो जितेश शर्मा वाला मैच. How the hell can someone score 90 plus runs in 5 overs twice in a row? It's unbelievable. And
Yeah.
it's देखो, we talked about this. चलो बात मुंबई की है, तो let's start with Mumbai and then we'll go team by team and talk about how the IPL is. I'll talk about out of to avoid conflict, में गुजरात की सबसे एंड में बात करूंगा, because चैंपियंस की सबसे एंड में ही बात होती है. But no, I'm just kidding. But no, Gujarat and Chennai I'll talk in the end, because we'll go from the bottom. So we'll talk about Mumbai,
No, no.
Delhi,
So
and
I'll
Hyderabad.
complete my point about Arjun
Sorry.
Tendulkar. See, the decision making baffles me. पहले अर्जुन को 31 रन मारे. अब लास्ट मैच जो था, yesterday's match, अर्जुन bowled beautifully in 2 overs, 9 runs, 1 wicket. Cam Green 1 over, 17 runs already given. He gets one more over and he gets hit all over the park. And poor Arjun Tendulkar is like, मैंने क्यों नहीं किया bowling? I mean, what's happening? Mute है तू.
Sorry, they're like, बेटा ग्रीन सिर्फ 17 पड़े थे तुम्हें, अब तुम्हें 22 पड़ेंगे एक ओवर में. So he went for 22 in the next over.
यार क्या हो रहा है? Why is and Green is bowling length balls in T20 cricket? He's
So,
like, okay, hit me.
One of the reasons why एक तो ये मैचअप का होता है ना, तो one of the reasons why Arjun may not have been given is because of David Miller on strike, because a left arm and Rahul Tewatia, दे मतलब वो दोनों लेफ्ट आर्मर्स को तो मतलब मस्ती में मारते हैं, राइट? और अर्जुन तेंदुलकर बेचारा इज बॉलिंग एट 130s राइट नाउ, सो इट वुड हैव बीन लाइक कैनन फॉडर, राइट? इन द एंड इट डिडंट मेक अ डिफरेंस बिकॉज़ दे जस्ट वेंट बैलिस्टिक, और बैरेंडॉफ को भी उतना ही उन्होंने ठोका. द इशू विद मुंबई इंडियंस इज कि दे डोंट, और ये मैंने अपने पहले पॉडकास्ट में बोला था, द आईपीएल प्रीव्यू दैट वी डिड, दैट दे डोंट हैव एन इंडियन फास्ट बॉलर. And then people came up with these names, and I know they signed up Sandeep Warrior for Jasprit Bumrah and stuff. And my point is, if you think Sandeep Warrior is an apt replacement for Jasprit Bumrah, then usko khilao aap. Kyun nahi khila rahe ho?
See, I honestly feel apna jo Arjun hai, Arjun Tendulkar, he should have probably bowled one more over in the beginning. It's quite clear the Mumbai Indians is struggling to bowl in the last 5 overs. I don't know how to say this. They're struggling to bowl in the last 5 overs. That's a clear problem. So if you want to solve that problem, अरे पहले ही जिनसे करा सकते हो करा लो, क्योंकि लास्ट में तो जो आएगा उसको ठुकने वाली है. अभी अर्जुन has had 3 interesting performances. In one match in the last over, he barely gave any runs and he got his first ever IPL wicket. In the next match, then he got hit for 31 runs. And in the next match, he just bowled 2 overs for 9 runs.
No, so, बीच में एक और मैच हुआ था ना, where he defended 20 runs of the last over, but they did it against the
last over में उसने 8 या 9 रन दिए इसने सिर्फ.
हाँ हैदराबाद नहीं, वो 2 मैच में हुआ था. फर्स्ट मैच में he played in Wankhede, the second match he defended the runs, और ये fourth match हुआ था. Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with the Mumbai Indians. The batting is struggling clearly. Sky thoda bahut, fir bhi I won't say Sky is like in his element right now, which is not only worrying from a Mumbai Indians perspective. Team India should be shitting bricks right now. That's what absolutely. Team India should be.
If we want to win the World Cup, there is no way we can do it with Sky in this form.
और अर्जुन तेंदुलकर 9 और 10 पे बैटिंग क्यों कर रहा है बे?
What do you mean? I think
he should be batting up यार. अबे टेलेंट है, उसने अपने डेब्यू पे 100 मारी है.
So that is what I was told कि वो पता नहीं, I don't know why he's batting below Piyush Chawla. Although Piyush Chawla played a little well, if he can bat the way, and I mean he hit a 6 yesterday, maybe he should play. But the fact is, Mumbai Indians shouldn't even be looking at Arjun Tendulkar for batting. मतलब we were told that Mumbai Indians का batting core is very strong, right? But let's look at the biggest problem that Mumbai Indians have. One is the misfiring of Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan as an opening pair. I flagged this on our preview podcast कि Rohit Sharma has not been doing well in the IPL in a lot of time. And देखो, अब 15 crore का वो जो tag है, price tag Ishan Kishan का, I'll tell you, because a lot of people don't follow franchise models, right? मैं US में तो सिर्फ franchise sports ही ज़्यादा चलते हैं, international बहुत कम चलते हैं. One thing I can tell you, no franchise in this world will take such a hit of cap space. Jasprit Bumrah at about 15-16 crores, Jofra Archer at 8 crores, who barely gives you 7 games, Ishan Kishan at 15 crores, who basically is 1 wicket down for nothing, right? तो आप इतना cap space निकाल दो. It's a miracle that Mumbai Indians isn't the last. I'm not kidding. Or Cam Green at 17 crores. Like, Mumbai Indians need to either renegotiate the contract with Ishan Kishan or Bumrah, or cut Archer and get Indian players. Their Indian core needs to be strong. But what did they do? They went and bought Cam Green, Tim David, this Devol Brewis, all this. Now, Tim David is a great buy, but Devol Brewis hai, Tristan Stubbs bhi hai. So basically, you have multiple players for the same position. Your problem is the bowling, and who are your leading bowlers? Riley Meredith and Jason Behrendorff. Matlab, what are you? I mean, nothing against them, but are you telling me that they are bowling at the same level as many bowlers in other franchises, say Matahisha Patirana, or for Gujrat Titans, Shami is bowling or something? I don't think so. So that is your pace bowling for Mumbai Indians is the biggest issue, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, the Mumbai Indians are pretty much out of the tournament, if you ask me. दिल तोड़
Yeah.
दिया सालों ने बेवकूफ लोग.
No, it's a miracle because if they manage to go to the playoffs, but if
यार
they can,
पंजाब हमसे आगे, हमको शर्म नहीं आ रही, पंजाब हमसे आगे है.
actually Punjab should have been a lot further than where they are. Punjab is struggling because of a couple of very harakiri games where they actually made some harebrained decisions. But एक चीज मुझे पंजाब की बड़ी अच्छी लगती है, पंजाब किंग्स फ्रेंचाइज का, वो दिल से अग्रेसिव ही खेलते हैं. They don't play any other way. So Punjab की बात की तो let's talk about Punjab Kings then. Ki what they have done so far. So can you show the points table again, Kushal, and I'll talk about the teams what they've done. But we'll go game by game. Like Punjab ki basically it's one of those rare situations. Perfect mid-series podcast. हमारा काम perfect ही होता है Kushal, because every team has played 7.
काम करते हैं.
So,
Yes.
हाँ. So right there. So Punjab Kings का बड़ा interesting है. Although they are tied with Lucknow Super Giants and RCB, they could have easily got Lucknow Super Giants. So should have been Gujrat Titans and Lucknow Super Giants should have swapped the places. I don't know how the hell they lost the game that they did against us, but we'll come to KL Rahul in the end. पहले पंजाब की बात कर लेते हैं. So पंजाब का बड़ा interesting है. They have done very well in some games and pathetically bad in some other games, right? So you start with the first game they played, where they scored 197 and defended that, and Rajasthan Royals only scored 192. And Rajasthan Royals by far is the team of the tournament so far. I know Chennai is number one, but Rajasthan has been outstanding in most of the things they've done. But then the next match, they lose to Sunrisers Hyderabad, who arguably are the worst team in this tournament. So Punjab is like literally blue hot. They barely get to 143 out. And here is the crazy thing, Kushal. Punjab Kings get to 143 in 20 overs. 99 of them are scored by Shikhar Dhawan. He remains not out on 99 of 66 balls. So the entire other team with the extras scores 44 of 54 balls. But look, it is sorry, not 44 or 44 balls. I'm sorry. अपनी math में गड़बड़ करती है. What? नहीं, it is 54 balls. What am I saying? 44 or 54 balls. So that's how bad, that's how blow hot, blow cold they've been. Then they go against Gujrat Titans, and then Gujrat basically tried to lose a game they should have won, and then Rahul Tewatia does what he does best. उसने पंजाब को वापस third IPL in a row heartbreak दिला दिया. I mean, that man last 3 साल पहले he smashed Sheldon Cottrell for 5 sixes. उसके बाद he went and smashed Odean Smith for 2 sixes in 2 balls, और अब जाके Sam Curran को 4 मार दिया. So that again the same thing. Then again they win against Lucknow Super Giants, and then they did what they did against Mumbai Indians, where they won by 13 runs. So Punjab is again a very 50-50 franchise. On their day they can do amazing, but for them to get to the playoffs, Shikhar Dhawan का आना बहुत जरूरी है. Without Shikhar Dhawan they cannot get to the playoffs. That would be my sort of review for what Punjab Titans.
Sunrisers Hyderabad और वो जो लास्ट में जो बैठे हैं
दिल्ली कैपिटल्स, हाँ, दोनों के साथ में बात कर लेते हैं, because they are arguably the worst teams this IPL.
नहीं, मगर लास्ट मैच जीते ना दिल्ली कैपिटल अपना,
against Sunrisers Hyderabad.
और नहीं, लास्ट 2 मैच जीते हैं भाई अपने, लास्ट दोनों मैच जीत गए अपने.
I'm not denying that, but again last 2 matches वो लोग ऐसे करके जीते हैं कि one can't even say कि against they won. So Delhi has won 2 matches against their immediate predecessors up north, KKR and SRH. So those two wins don't mean anything because they've come against the 8th place and the 9th place team. And
Or
Delhi might
the
be,
interesting thing is SRH has been on a losing streak like MI. KKR has
yes.
lost 4 matches out of their last 5.
Exactly. So KKR is a very strange team. And all three suffer from the same problem. KKR refuses to look beyond Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan. Okay. Now, every commentator will be like, no, Dre Russ will give you this one inning, give you this one inning. Boss, if you've only won 2 games and Andre Russell has not been firing, you really have to ask yourself a question, what do you need? And with KKR, they need a new ball bowler for partner for Umesh Yadav. In my opinion, that should be Tim Southee or Lockie Ferguson if they want a death bowler. But I certainly think Tim Southee should be, because aap dekho, what is the difference between the successful franchises and the franchises that not have been successful, right? CSK ka dekh lo, even though they are missing Deepak Chahar, you have had Tushar Deshpande and that other guy, Aman, I think I forget his name, he has stepped in, right? With Thikshana getting some wickets in the power play. Gujrat Titans ka Mohammad Shami has been outstanding, and so has Hardik Pandya. Rajasthan Royals have Trent Bolt. वो तो मतलब first 2 overs में मजाक में विकेट ले लेता है, right? So you have same with Lucknow Super Giants, right? So you have fast bowlers on these teams, and quite frankly, SRH has got to look beyond Marco Jansen. And I don't know, किसी ने मुझे बोला था Twitter पे कि a lot of these players, if Aiden Markram is the captain, will he drop his South African counterpart? I don't know the answer to that question. I think Marco Jansen should have been dropped 2 games ago. वो last match में भी उससे सिर्फ 2 ओवर डाले. I don't know on a slow turning wicket what the hell is Adil Rashid doing on the sidelines. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is bowling. He's on Sunrisers Hyderabad are not a bad team, but they are playing so. मतलब उनके 4 overseas bad selection. उनके 4 overseas players में से 3 South Africans है. Aiden Markram, Henrik Klaasen and Marco Jansen. They have to look beyond Marco Jansen because the wickets are not what they were yesterday. Last year, right? One thing Nehra, I think, said to someone, I don't know if it was Gaurav Kapoor or what, okay, they said, why did Gujrat Titans have more spinners and less fast bowlers? They're like, most of our games were played in Wankhede or DY Patil or something where there is some assistance to the fast bowlers. At Motera, there will be some in the first 6 overs, but there will not be in the last. तब आपको spinners ही काम आएंगे, which is why you have Rashid Khan and Noor Ahmed doing things. So similarly, I think SRH should have Adil Rashid and Washington Sundar aiding Bhuvneshwar and T. Natarajan, but they are sticking with Marco Jansen for some strange reason, right? Same with Delhi. Delhi may actually the biggest impediment has been the inconsistency of David Warner. And inconsistency, I don't mean in terms of the number of runs he's scoring, but the rate at which he's scoring. वो KL Rahul, he is competing with KL Rahul in the 120 strike rate club. KL Rahul तो मतलब उस club के chairman, vice president, CEO सब कुछ है, but David Warner is getting very close to scoring his runs, and then Mitchell Marsh is not working out the way he did. So again, can David Warner drop Mitchell Marsh and pick the players that they need? Henrik Nortje has obviously been very good, but they really need but they really need to bring back Rovman Powell if they want that power hitting down. Prithvi Shaw has been a total failure for Delhi Capitals this year. Again, when the ball is moving, Prithvi Shaw Ishan Kishan ka dusra bhai hi hai. He doesn't know what to do if the ball is swinging out, and then people have caught him out. And his issues are also with the short pitch bowling. So I think first we have to give credit to the BCCI curators for preparing absolutely spectacular wickets for the most part, except for the Lucknow wicket, which is a little slow and low, right? Or wo bhi theek hai, I don't mind such wickets or something. Once in a while, it's fine. Most of the wickets have been very nice where you have had to work for your runs, but if you do, and if you have the technique to counter the moving ball, you will do well. So Sunrisers and Delhi Capitals have the same sort of issue. One thing I want to mention this IPL, Kushal, and this is a return of the old Indian pros, Piyush Chawla, Ishant Sharma, Mohit Sharma, all of them doing well, all of them putting their hands up, and it makes me so happy. because these were all players who were written off and stuff. And Ishant Sharma has, again, he can swing the ball. Even though he bowls at his pace is no longer what it was in 2008 or 2009, he can swing the ball. And if he swings it at 135, he's going to cause problems like he did in the last game against Sunrisers. So
और उसने आके अपनी सेकंड स्पेल में भी विकेट ले ली थी.
Yes, exactly. और मुझे दूसरा नहीं पता, I don't know why they have not been playing Chetan Sakaria, right? Or Lungi and Gidi. Right? I think really they need to think about getting rid of either Mitchell Marsh or someone, and having Rovman Powell, like have some sort of left field choices. Another person who has surprised me in a good way has been Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav has been quite stunning as well.
कुलदीप ने यार बहुत मैं उसका लास्ट मैच में क्या बॉलिंग की है यार कुलदीप यादव.
बहुत सही. बट मैं देखो एक सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद की बात कर लूं. Till and then we can move on to that. Another person that has disappointed in SRH has been Harry Brook. So Harry Brook ने एक सेंचुरी मारी, but beyond that
he's not been doing well.
And वो मुझे doubt था ही, because he cannot play as he's a phenomenal player against fast bowling, but again, does he have the technique against a swinging ball? We did not know that yet. और उसको ओपनिंग में देखो, I don't think he's played opener before, right? But maybe I think what SRH need to do is, if they are going to play Harry Brook, I think Glenn Phillips should open, and then Harry Brook should again drop to number 3 or 4, and then they have to drop Marco Janssen, and think about if they are having a spinner, either Adil Rashid or Fazal Haq Faruqi from Afghanistan, who is another brilliant bowler.
Yeah.
So those would be my picks for. But देखो क्या होने वाला है कि now there will be a degree of separation between the teams, because Delhi Capitals' next game is against SRH, right? तो दोनों में से एक टीम तो ऊपर या नीचे आएगी. KKR is playing right now in 40 minutes against RCB, right? Again, there's going to be some jump up and down. So a lot of these bottom half teams are going to be playing each other. So in the next week or so, you are going to see a top 2, then 4 teams battling out for the next 2 positions, and then the next 4 where the
I can guarantee you MI, KKR, SRH and Deccan Chargers are out of the tournament.
So SRH, MI and SRH I would agree, but KKR might be the surprise package here, because I don't think they'll be qualifying for the playoffs so comfortably, but they could be a couple of giant killers. Like I wouldn't be surprised if KKR gives RCB the fright of their lives.
तू मेरे को statistically एक बात बता. We are almost at the midpoint ना. 15 गेम होती हैं कि 14 गेम होती हैं?
40 exactly at the midpoint. Exactly
at the midpoint है. I mean, talk about timing. We are amazing. But at the midpoint, I think the most probable chances like MI, KKR, SRH, Deccan Chargers have to literally win at least 6 games now out of 7. How are they going to pull that off?
So it's going to be tough. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. अगर आप 5 गेम
Delhi Capitals यार, वो Deccan Chargers बोल दिया मेरे को.
No, I got it. Delhi Capitals, SRH, yeah. But I'm saying. So it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. 130.
I will tell you why I said Deccan Chargers. Well, I dislike Delhi so much. It doesn't figure out in my brain. Like Delhi is like non-existent. हम जो मुंबई वाले होते हैं ना, हमको दिल्ली कभी अच्छी नहीं लगती है. तो हमारे दिमाग में दिल्ली की टीम भी है ना, वो आता नहीं है. So I apologize, but I don't apologize.
No, so you're right. Within those 4, they have to win 5 games. KKR, SRH, and Delhi, they have to win out, right? And some of their games are not going to be easy. So that is why I call, like, inme se KKR, I'm predicting to be a couple of giant killers where they'll knock out a couple of top teams. And then a lot of these games are within each other, so against each other, right? So Delhi Capitals is playing SRH, then you have SRH playing KKR. Then you have I think KKR plays Mumbai or some other team. So basically what it is उन दोनों में से, they are obviously not every team is going to be winning out. So I mean, you will find people, Mumbai is playing SRH in the last on the last day. So you're right. Those four are there. Mumbai had an outside chance had they won against Gujarat yesterday, but they didn't. So there is another problem there. But moving from that to the middle bunch, Lucknow Super Giants, RCB, and Punjab Kings की तो बात कर ली. So let's talk about Kushal's favorite team, RCB.
Yes, आरसीबी हारे बस, मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए.
अच्छा, आरसीबी 5.5 प्लेयर की टीम है, ठीक है. इट्स अ 5.5 प्लेयर टीम. दे हैव द टॉप 3 व्हिच इज फैफ.
क्या बैटिंग कर रहा है यार.
वही बोला, फैफ, विराट एंड ग्लेन मैक्सवेल, who have been stunning. The fourth player is Mohammad Siraj, who has been bowling like a dream. I mean, he is unbelievable. Shami, or matlab, I am telling you, as an Indian Test fan, World Test Championship के लिए every RCB game and Gujrat Titans game, I am at the edge of my seat because I was like, boss, ये दो डालेंगे. Shami and Siraj will be opening the bowling for us against Australia at the Oval. And if they swing the ball, there is David Warner तो 2 ओवर में ही लिपट जाएगा उधर वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप में. So anyways, I digress there. So that is the fourth. The other 1.5 player is whoever puts their hand up in one game. Vanindu Hasaranga or Wayne, I'm sorry, not Wayne Parnell, but Wayne Parnell has been okay. But David Willey sometimes. They were Reece Topley sadly got injured in the first game itself after bowling a great spell. But the other half is for the entire batting order after Maxwell comes. 4, 5, 6, 7. You have Mahipal Lomro, Dinesh Karthik is not fired, Suyash Prabhudesai, Anuj Rawat sometimes comes. Matlab, what the hell is going on with RCB? Why can't they find a single finisher? I'm sorry, Dinesh Karthik, I love him as a player, but he is not the finisher he was last year or the year before. They have to look beyond. And who are the batters, so to speak? Faf, Virat, Finn Allen, right? Finn Allen is not going to play if Faf and Glenn Maxwell are in the team because they need bowlers and finishers. So RCB is again another team that has bought these amazing overseas players, like they got Josh Hazelwood, and they had Wayne Parnell who replaced Reece Topley.
वो उसकी इंजरी हो गई है क्या जॉश हेजलवुड की ठीक?
No, he's back. Yeah, he's back. So he can play apparently, but I don't know who will he replace. And then you have Vijay Kumar Vaishak, who was a replacement for Rajat Patidar. Yeah, Rajat Patidar is your batter who is like number 4, playing number 4, and you name a bowler as the replacement. Like, it is clear that they need a number 4 or a number 5 batsman, like Gujarat has a David Miller, or Lucknow or Rajasthan has a Shimron Hetmeyer or Dhruv Jurel. They need someone like that, and that is why, and they need someone to bowl in the depth. The amount of runs that RCB last match bhi Rajasthan ke samne jo thi, RCB should have won comfortably. They were 130 or 114 15 overs, 150 sorry in 15 overs, and they scored like 30 odd in the last 5. And they needed 20 of 6. And Dhruv Jurel, बेचारे ने थोड़ा he made a miscalculation and put Ashwin on strike, and Ashwin almost got them.
उसका सरनेम क्या तूने बोला?
Dhruv Jurel.
जुरेल, मेरे को लगा ध्रुव चुड़ैल. मैंने बोला चुड़ैल भी क्रिकेट में आ गए.
ध्रुव जुरेल.
मैंने बोला ऐसी हरकतें इज वेरी मतलब टिपिकल ऑफ मी और अभिजीत अय्यर मित्रा. मैंने बोला ये आदित्य क्यों चुड़ैल चुड़ैल कर रहा है?
नहीं ध्रुव जुरेल, बट आई डोंट नो इफ इट्स प्रोनाउंस्ड अनदर वे, बट एटलीस्ट कमेंट्री में तो जुरेल जुरेल करके चलाते हैं. बट माय पॉइंट इज कि उसको ही शुड हैव टेकन द लास्ट ओवर द वे ही वाज स्ट्राइकिंग, बट freaking Ashwin almost got them to 10 of 3. और उसका एक 4
बॉलिंग कर रहा है यार. अश्विन इतनी अच्छी बॉलिंग कर रहा है.
बॉलिंग एंड बैटिंग, he has worked on his batting. गुजरात के सामने आया था, he went and smashes a 6 and a 4, and then he scores 10 of 3 and gets out. Again राजस्थान के सामने मुझे तो लगा था कि अगर एक 4 मार देगा तो it was 6 of 2, then it was anyone's game. So RCB के सामने. So RCB again, they need to work on their death bowling, and RCB has another problem, the same problem that Mumbai has this year. They मतलब उनके पास gaping holes थे. Mumbai had a Jasprit Bumrah and a Jofra Archer sized hole, right? And they went and plugged the all-rounder position. RCB had a middle order Rajat Patidar sized hole. They went and bought bowlers instead. I mean, it's like harebrained decisions. Why won't you fix the problem? So it is for this reason. I honestly don't think RCB has it to beat any of the top four convincingly in the playoffs, because at that moment when push comes to shove, they go against a top quality bowling lineup. The top three are not going to succeed in every tournament, right? RCB का वही problem है जो 2019 में इंडिया का हुआ था वर्ल्ड कप में. The top three were bowling, and then we came batting, and then we came up against Trent Bolt in the semi-final, or Trent Bolt अकेला खा गया हमको. So until and unless they fix that, it's a problem.
Do you think RCB chokes?
What does it do if it doesn't choke?
Like they are the South Africa of IPL.
Unfortunately, they are, because I loved RCB under Anil Kumble, right? I mean, absolutely loved them. The problem with the RCB under the current sort of thing is they are too star heavy and top heavy, right? So when you have a top heavy lineup, there is going to be one time where you need to fill in the gaps everywhere. ये तो उनका नसीब अच्छा है that Siraj is playing the way they is, and he's pulling up the bowling lineup, because otherwise I don't think much of their bowling lineup. What is their spin attack, man? Hasaranga does well in one game and then gets smashes in the other game. You will be caught out.
मेरे को लगता है कोहली को वनडे बनाना चाहिए.
नहीं, कोहली ठीक है ओपनिंग में, because I don't think Kohli is the player he was after the power play. Unfortunately, Kohli is best served for you within the power play, because it is ample evidence कि वो slow हो जाता है, and Glenn Maxwell actually accelerates after, right?
What did you make of the criticism on Kohli कि वो 50 के ले गया Simon Dule का?
I think it was a legit criticism. Maybe not कि वो 50 के लिए गया, but the fact that he slows down after the power play is a very legitimate criticism, right? And I know people are giving examples that Rohit Sharma did the same thing and stuff, and if Rohit Sharma did that batting first, I would troll him as well. But if you are chasing a target of 150, you can afford to slow it down or something. But देखो, this is again, who are the players being trolled that they go a little bit slow after the power play? KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. They are your top three in the Indian T20. मतलब कुशल, मैं कितने मेगाफोन से बोल रहा था, 2 साल से हम लोग बोल रहे हैं ये पॉडकास्ट पे, these three cannot work as your Indian T20 top three, and they are exactly being trolled for the exact same thing हम लोग जो 2 साल से बोल रहे थे. But of course, BCCI commentators sadly don't take on the players when they are playing for India, right? But thankfully they are taking on, and that is one thing I like about the IPLs this time. Yesterday I saw Mark Howard from Australia being added to the commentary team. He was outstanding. You can see the energy. देखो, there are two ways to approach the IPL broadcast. जो तुमने बोला था, one is the Joe Rogan style or the American franchise model style, where you pump it with excitement. So Mark Howard comes in with that excitement and stuff, or you have a cool, calm analysis. Unfortunately, I don't think Murli Karthik and Deep Das Gupta provide that excitement for the world feed. So I think it's good that Star is
what
now
do you make of Harsha and his overall line Harsha that he's taken on strike rates?
I think he's been brilliant on it. I think it needed someone like Harsha to raise the issue for it to become an issue. Unfortunately, Mr. Gavaskar, as much as I used to like him, he's way past his prime. I think he should join Mumbai Indians as a mentor for the next year. But बेचारे को commentary box में मत दया करो, because he's not bringing that. This is something that should have come from Mr. Gavaskar, but he almost endorses the fact that you hit a 6 and you go for a single the next ball. You can't. So Harsha has actually brought up a very important point, that if you score 40 of 30 balls and then 30 of the next 10, you are not going to make up the next 20, because not every game you're going to get 30 of 10. And KL Rahul did the exact same thing. So we can talk about Lucknow Super Giants as we talk about that in that game against Gujrat Titans, where he was 68 of 61 balls. They were chasing 136. तो पता है कुशल, I rarely do this. मैं सुबह उठा था 5 बजे to watch the Gujarat, because यहाँ पे 5 बजे थी वो the 3:30 start, right? I stopped watching the game after Gujarat की बैटिंग ये खत्म हो गई. They will win it easily. And at one point, they were 50 odd for no loss, or after 6 overs. They needed 80 of 84 balls, and they choked and lost by 7 runs. How do you do that? So at that time, remember when KL Rahul was in Punjab a couple of years ago, people were blaming, because Punjab used to lose these games. like chote wali game mein ya the people would blame Anil Kumble for it. And I saw Kumble being trolled brutally, right? What was the similarity? KL Rahul. How was he playing? The exact same way. Again, same thing. Us apne orders, and who else was with him in Punjab? Nicholas Puran as well. So I mean, there is a lot of similarity with the way Punjab was playing. So I think, yeah, KL Rahul has the same sort of issue with wasting balls and stuff. So I think Harsha has been absolutely brilliant and spot on. Why we should why if India wants to succeed, we cannot do this waste balls, and especially with the newer crop that's coming out.
Yeah. So RR and LSG.
Okay, let's start with LSG first. LSG, in my opinion, has the best squad in the tournament. The absolute best.
They are hot and cold kind of
yes, because they have a terrible captain. They have I mean, if I was the Lucknow Super Giants owner, I would fire the captain and put Quinton de Kock as the captain, or have like
Jason. Quinton de Kock to खेल ही नहीं पा रहा है.
Exactly why I would put Quinton de Kock as the captain. So अगर आपको Kyle Mayers को खिलाना है, I mean, unfortunately, if you have to play Kyle Mayers, then I'm sorry, Marcus Stoinis should be dropped, and Kyle Mayers, I don't care how much you paid for him. You have to look at the best composition, and in QDK you have that dasher that Lucknow so desperately needs, right? He's a 3 times more talented version of Ishan Kishan, and that is what Mumbai is missing the most at the top. Because why Mumbai was the best at they were, because Rohit and QDK were opening the batting. So let's go through the squad, right? You have Ayush Badoni, is a kid, and he had a couple of very harebrained games in Lucknow, so hopefully he can be mentored and stuff. But if KL opens with Quinton de Kock, and you have Krunal Pandya, Kyle Mayers, if they want to play him, Deepak Huda, maybe Prerak Makad. Prerak Makad has been not given as much of a chance that I expected he would be given. Again, Mark Wood has been spectacular for Lucknow, and they have used him and Naveen ul Haq very well. So, and some of his decisions, right? Against Gujrat Titans, Amit Mishra has bowled 2 overs for 9 runs. Okay, he's your impact sub. He has 2 more overs to go. Ravi Bishnoi has gone for about 30 or 29 is, and I love Ravi Bishnoi, right? But it was not his day. He has gone for 31 in 3 overs. What does KL Rahul do? Give the ball to Ravi Bishnoi. What does Hardik Pandya do? Smash him for 2 sixes and a 4. Takes 18 of the over. No other bowler concedes more than 10. What do Lucknow Super Giants do? Lose by 7 runs. That was the over. I'm not saying captaincy is an easy job, but ये जो stubbornness है ना, aidpana कि we will only go my way. Like KL Rahul has not changed his game ever. So even though there was legitimate criticism that he cannot take the game, उसके पास धोनी जितनी game नहीं है. Dhoni would take the game deep and play the way he did. But so Lucknow Super Giants actually got lucky against Rajasthan Royals because they made the same mistakes that they did against Gujrat Titans. But the thing with luck is eventually you come up against a talented team and you are going to be found wanting, and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened against Gujarat. So Lucknow, to win the tournament, really need a radical change in approach from the top, and that is why I'm really looking forward to the next game, because it is against Punjab Kings. And there are 2 drastic different approaches, right? One is completely go fast, and one is completely go. So one thing we forgot to talk about Punjab Kings, and I must talk about this, is Sam Curran and his leadership. Sam Curran has been exceptional. Because after Shikhar has been gone, he was the big franchise player. Punjab bought him, and he for a big prize and stuff. But he's played very well. What has been a little surprising is, I know Liam Livingstone is great, but they dropped Sikandar Raza, who actually got man of the match for Liam Livingstone. Should that have been done? I'm not so sure. But maybe if Shikhar comes back at the top, then maybe they drop Matthew Short. And then bring back Sikandar Raza, because I think if you have your middle order as Jitesh Sharma, Sikandar Raza, Liam Livingstone, and Sam Curran, that is a phenomenally aggressive and brilliant middle order. And Prabhsimran Singh, man, I'm very impressed by him. His striking has been outstanding. So I think once Shikhar comes back, Punjab Kings should be Shikhar Dhawan, Prabhsimran Singh, I think Harpreet Singh Bhatia. And then you have your four all-rounders in Raza, Liam Livingston, Sam Curran, and I'm sorry, three all-rounders, and then Jitesh Sharma, and then you have your your bowlers. You can, and I don't know why Kagiso Rabada has been kept out. Maybe he's injured, but him and Arshdeep, man, Arshdeep, kya bowling kar raha hai? Did you see that game again? I mean, you probably had your heart broken with how Arshdeep played against
Let us
Mumbai.
not go there. Let us not go there.
Unfortunately, we'll have to. I will go there. You don't have to. But Arshdeep ने दो stump
दो
तोड़
स्टंप
दिए.
तोड़ दी उसने साले ने.
Unbelievable. As an Indian fan, again, मतलब my heart was just the
मेरे दोस्त के
Yorker.
घर पे डिनर पे गया था. मैं और मेरा दोस्त एक दूसरे की शक्ल देख रहे थे और कुड़ रहे थे सिर्फ.
हाँ, दो स्टंप के बाद कुछ पता नहीं कुशल ने क्या क्या तोड़ा.
और स्काई एंड मौके पे आउट हो गया साला. नहीं तो हमारे हाथ में मैच थी वो जब तक स्काई खेल रहा था.
Yeah, absolutely. जब तक स्काई खेल रहा था. But Arshdeep has been spectacular. Arshdeep जो bowling कर रहा है. So if Rabada is back and Shikhar Dhawan is back in Punjab, Punjab is my dark horse to go, and Punjab is the New Zealand of the IPL. They will punch above their weight, and if they get one or two players go on a complete freak mode, they'll be very hard to defeat. मतलब last time भी actually गुजरात के साथ हुआ था. We were on a roll and we got into this game and Punjab just demolished us one game.
Yeah. RR का क्या हुआ? RR was winning और लास्ट दो गेम हार गई है अपनी.
So RR is again, RR is if Lucknow Giants have the best squad, RR has probably the best 11. Like they are one of those teams where they have, or sorry, let me rephrase. RR has the best 10 plus Riyan Parag. Because आप कुछ भी करो आरआर के एस्टैब्लिशमेंट में, they were almost hell-bent on not picking Riyan Parag. So let's see how RR lost the last two games, right? One of the games was against Royal Challengers Bangalore, where they should have won comfortably. Not comfortably, but they should have won. But again, Dhruv Jural, who played a great knock, made a couple of mistakes in the end, and he should have taken the strike and not given it to Ashwin. So, and then the second game against Lucknow Super Giants, again same thing. They lost a close game by 10 runs. So RR, yes, they would be a little bit concerned, but not too much, because they lost two games which were essentially 50-50 games. Up, ऐसे गेम्स आप जीत भी सकते हो, हार भी सकते हो. It just depends on how luck goes that way. But they have their bowling sorted out. I'm very curious to see the next game is in Jaipur. If the wicket spins, what they're going to do, because they may go back to the 3 spinning attack. I think which is the best spinning attack in the IPL, with Ashwin, Yuzvendra Chahal, and Adam Zampa. They also have Jason Holder and Trent Bolt. It is a formidable bowling lineup if those 5 play. One very interesting and completely out of the box suggestion I have is, if the wicket is spinning and they have an extra spinner, I mean, they don't want to pick Adam Zampa, they also have the option of going with KC Karyappa or Murugan Ashwin. And what they can do is they pick Joe Root as the batter. Okay, so you have, and this is going to be a completely crazy suggestion, but Joe Root, I think, gets you a lot over the line in 150 games. So if you feel that your middle order is getting a bit of a, issue, so you have your Devdutt Padikkal at 3, Samson at 4, right? Think about Joe Root and Shimron Hetmeyer, and then your sort of your tail gets in. Basically, you have, but then they found Dhruv Jural. So hopefully Dhruv Jural can play and they don't have to go to Joe Root. But that is just a completely crazy out of the thing suggestion. Another thing they would be concerned is Josh Butler against the moving ball. He's struggled a little bit in the last 2 games. Shami got him out last 3 games actually. So
yeah,
but obviously
शमी तो सबको ही नचा रहा है. शमी का भी तो नोट कर रहा है, फर्स्ट हाफ में बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग करता है, लास्ट में वो भी पिट जाता है.
हाँ, पर उसको ही इज लाइक दीपक चाहर, उसको आई थिंक सो गुजरात टाइटंस have figured it out, तो उसको 3 ओवर तो दे ही दो अब इन द टॉप, इन द फर्स्ट 7, एंड देन यू थिंक अबाउट उसको 1 ओवर कब देनी है. ट्रेंट बोल्ट इज द सेम वे. देखो लाइन एंड लेंथ सारे बॉलर्स ऐसे है ना, ग्लेन मैग्राथ, ट्रेंट बोल्ट, मोहम्मद शमी, दे विल बी अनप्लेएबल व्हेन द बॉल इज स्विंगिंग एट गुड लेंथ. But then, if the ball is not swinging or good length पे कर रहे हैं, ये लोग down the track आके फटके मारेंगे, right? So that is the difference in that. So how does Rajasthan use Trent Bolt is what we'll have to see. So that is Rajasthan Royals. They have some interesting things, but I think their squad is essentially balanced. So I don't think, I think they are missing Prasidh Krishna because that was that Indian fast bowler. So if he was there, then Jason Holder could have been dropped and so forth. But फिर भी I actually predict Rajasthan Royals to be in the top 2 again this time.
Interesting. Let's see how it goes down. Okay. CSK. Titans because they're number 2.
Okay, चलो टाइटंस पहले बात करते हैं. गुजरात टाइटंस is they have actually probably made the smartest purchases and buys in the off season.
They have a very good captain, boss. They are winning because of their captain. और हमारा आदमी लेके गए हो तुम लोग चोरों.
मतलब गुजरातीज के एक्चुअली से हमारा आदमी अब पहले लेके गए थे, but he came back home. So that's why he was when Jasprit Bumrah was at the stadium wearing a shirt yesterday. Love to see Boom Boom back in action. He was. I was joking. He's like maybe he's come to support his home team in Ahmedabad, and people are like, "अरे वो Mumbai Indians का." I was like, उसने jersey तो नहीं पहनी, neutral colors पहन के आया था stadium पे बेचारा. But I was just trolling, of course. No, you're right. Hardik Pandya. I think Hardik Pandya wanted to be the captain, and Mumbai Indians right now probably ruined the decision that they did not offer him captaincy, because if they did, I think Hardik Pandya would have stayed in Mumbai Indians. But he had 2 things: a, the emotional connect, homeboy, state ka ladka, going back. Very few franchises you have. Delhi में जो सहवाग था, या Sachin, what was Sachin for Bombay, or what Ganguly was from Kolkata, right? Similar, or Dravid was from Bangalore. Similar sentiment. And then I'm not saying similar talent or similar sentiment. And he's a chill guy. So usko Ashish Nehra suits him as a coach. Temperament. Look at that dugout, man. Gary Kirsten, Ashish Nehra, Ashish Kapoor, Hardik Pandya, they are never angry. और आप लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स की टीम देखो, ऐसा लगता है मतलब गौतम गंभीर अभी जाके किसी को मारेगा या मार खा के आया. Like he has only.
हमेशा से Gauti has always been a very emotive kind of a guy.
No,
Gautam Gambhir की personality है वो.
No, I love that about him. But I'm saying Hardik Pandya will never work with someone like Gautam Gambhir. Hardik Pandya is like. So the top 2 teams are the 2 most shant teams in the IPL. Chennai Super Kings similar. Stephen Fleming, MS Dhoni, relax, ठीक है, हारेंगे, जीतेंगे, आराम करो, right? So Gujarat. So what did Gujarat Titans do in the off season, right? One, they had acquired Kane Williamson, unfortunately, who was injured. I think that was a big blow. But they filled up that hole with Sai Sudarshan, who was their backup. The second thing was Josh Little. You had that left arm quick covered from Ireland. Alzari Joseph they retained. They cut Lockie Ferguson. See, that is what I keep saying. They had bought Lockie Ferguson for a very high amount, and they cut Lockie Ferguson because you don't need him in. When you have an Alzari Joseph, that freed up the cap space to get something. So मैं Mumbai Indians की वही बात कर रहा हूँ कि they have to get up from their high horse about Ishan Kishan and release that cap space. यार आपकी 80 करोड़ की cap space अटकी हुई है in 5 players, 5 or 6 players. You cannot have a successful franchise like that. So in Gujarat, you have Rashid Khan, Hardik Pandya, and then who are your pickups? Noor Ahmed is your overseas player, bought at 30 lakh, brilliant, right? Mohit Sharma, who was bought at 50 lakhs, he was essentially a net bowler last time. Odean Smith has not even played a game. He was your all-rounder in case you're one of your all-rounders.
Rashid Khan is their highest paid player, na? With Gujarat?
No, I think Rashid and Hardik is the highest. I mean, Hardik and Rashid are at the same level, 15 crores each. And then Shubman Gill is at 8 crores. So those are the things. But again, those are very smart buys. Rahul Tevati at 9 crores. So they have actually made some smart buys, and they have filled up that core. And guess what happens when Kane Williamson gets out? What do they see? we may need a finisher or a all-round option later in the tournament. So who do they get? Dasun Shanaka. That's what I was telling. RCB, when they lose Rajat Patidar at number 4, they go and get a bowler, Vijay Kumar Vaishak. The RCB could have gotten a Dasun Shanaka or someone else, like as an all-rounder. So it is this, harebrained thinking, hum jo kahe wahi sahi type of thing. All successful franchises plug holes.
Do you know the funny thing is RCB may not won a single IPL. They make the most money of all the franchises. You know that,
I'm
right?
sure about
सबसे
that.
ज़्यादा पैसा बनाते हैं.
No, they have a wonderful franchise.
RCB की marketing, RCB की merch, RCB की overall reach, no franchise touches them. They make the most money of all the franchises when they have not won once.
देखो उनका एडवांटेज ये भी है कि अराउंड देम देयर आर ओनली 2 फ्रेंचाइजेस, सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद एंड चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स, राइट. कोची टस्कर्स केरला 2 साल में निपट गई, राइट. मुंबई इंडियंस का support base not just came from Maharashtra, it also came from Gujarat and other areas. Now you have Gujrat Titans, so then that is gone. So and then a lot of Madhya Pradesh folks in Madhya Pradesh who probably were Mumbai are actually leaning towards Gujrat Titans, and it helped that they won the first time. So that is also, otherwise I think if you go in the past, Mumbai and CSK probably would have had the most support base, but right now in the 10-team structure, RCB is probably number 1, and RCB has had some of the best Indian players. I mean, Virat is a phenomenal player. The problem with RCB is the refusal to look beyond what they need, which, brings us to CSK. Again, man, what the hell can you tell about MS Dhoni? He's going to turn 42 in 2 months.
What a man.
What a man. I mean, but CSK ki story is another story, and another man is at the height of it. And he's not MS Dhoni. And it warms my heart to say this. That man is Ajinkya Rahane.
Oh, क्या खेला रहा है यार वो तो. यार उसने लास्ट मैच में क्या बैटिंग की है. 70 रन बनाए जो.
अरे पूरी IPL में he's been unbelievable. Last match में तो he was striking at 250.
अरे मुंबई ले ले उसको वापस.
मुंबई, I don't even know if he was in Mumbai. He was with Rajasthan Royals, I think. मुंबई में तो था भी नहीं वो था.
आरआर में था. मुंबई ले ले 50 लाख में, साला चेन्नई बोल रहा है देखो.
There are two captains under which Ajinkya has done his best. One is Rahul Dravid in Rajasthan Royals, and the other is MS Dhoni, right? And this is not the first time MS Dhoni has made this left field choice. 2-3 years ago, he picked up Cheteshwar Pujara from the IPL auction, right? So he must have given him a go, and maybe Pujara didn't work out, and that's fine. But this is what MS is known for. So now you have Devon Conway, who, as we said, is the most CSK player in the history of ever. मतलब वो Stephen Fleming, Matthew Hayden का वो क्या वो बोलते हैं ना, उनकी धरोहर को आगे ले जा रहा है. Devon Conway is like that player. What Graham Smith was for Rajasthan when they won the IPL the first time, right? Devon Conway is that kind of player. Or Shubman Gill is what for Gujrat Titans right now. Then you have Ruturaj Gaikwad. वो तो मतलब अलग ही level पे खेल रहा है. Even when if he's inconsistent, he gives you that couple of 90s and a couple of 80s. But then you have the 2 surprise packages. One is Ajinkya Rahane and the other is Shivam Dube. And I'm still not sold on Shivam Dube. But let's face what Dhoni did. He loves packing the side with all-rounders. So let's look at the all-rounders Dhoni has starting for him. Ravindra Jadeja, Moeen Ali, Dube ki to humne baat ki. Mitchell Santner is on the bench. Sometimes Dwayne Pretorius. And who's the fifth face? Who's on the bench, and we didn't talk about Ben Stokes. Imagine they have so many resources at the display that Ben Stokes agar starting 11 mein nahi aayega to bhi chalega. That is, and then you have the bowling core, which you have Thikshana, Matahisha Patirana, and your Akash Singh and Tushar Deshpande. Now, one place where Chennai is going to struggle is in the bowling in the first power play, right? They struggled with that against Gujrat Titans in the first game. And unfortunately for them, at that time they did not have Thikshana or Pathirana. So when there is a rematch, if the way it looks like these teams will meet with one another either in the playoffs or somewhere. So that's when you'll know. What is interesting is the next match that the Chennai Super Kings are playing. I still believe Rajasthan Royals is a little better team than Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings is the number 3 team for me right now. They are leading number 1 in the table. What I'm saying is in terms of the number, how they've played and how I've seen
Quality.
games. The quality, I think it's Rajasthan number 1, Gujarat number 2, Chennai number 3, and the number 4 is an open spot basically up between Punjab on good days, Lucknow on good days, and those, it will be shared, and RCB on some days. You can they will share the number 4, but this is what I feel. But CSK का एक problem है. If someone figures out how to hit Pathirana and Tikshana को तो थोड़े फटके पड़ रहे हैं. They could be in a little bit of a spot of bother. So that is the sort of thing. But Chennai also plays 4 out of the next 7 games home. So and they are almost unbeatable home. And Chepauk Dhoni is on another level. I wish Dhoni plays. Do you think this is a farewell for Dhoni? Last IPL for Dhoni?
I think so. इसके बाद नहीं खेलेगा यार. 42 years old हो गया. अभी क्या
मुझे भी पर्सनली ऐसा लग रहा है कि I think the reason why Dhoni is where he is because he what you may call wanted to go to all the cities once and do thing. But my God, can we talk about the support of CSK? Eden Gardens, where the stadium was freaking yellow. I don't know if you saw that game. I was shocked. I was like, wow.
It is yellow everywhere he's going, yaar. The level of love people have for that man. I mean, चीखे मारते लोग जब वो आता है.
Yeah, it is unbelievable, and I'm telling you, this is going to be interesting. By the way, if people are wondering, क्या हुआ? RCB has won the toss and chosen to field, so KKR will bat first in the thing. And Virat says, evening at Chinnaswamy is a no-brainer. I will always field. This is going to be a test for Virat, and see what he does if he can chase well.
Yeah, let's see. Acha, before I take two, 3 questions, who do you think at this point is the most likely winner or finalist?
I think it'll be right now. Likely, it looks like a repeat of the last year's final.
Okay.
Gujarat, Rajasthan, but this time I would think the thing is with Rajasthan, where I think Chennai is the dark horse. Is the first 2 games are going to be played in Chepauk.
I think Chennai Gujarat is the final.
If Chennai Gujarat is the final, it will be very interesting because they would play one playoff game in Chennai and one playoff in Ahmedabad, and it will actually be brilliant because you will get to see how each team does in both, right? But I actually think, because if it is in Chepauk, even though Chennai will do well, Rajasthan has the best spin attack. And
फाइनल कौन सी तारीख को है आईपीएल का?
28th May.
28th May. तो बेसिकली मतलब हम लोगों को पॉडकास्ट 29th को करनी पड़ेगी.
Probably 30th. I'll probably be on the road on 29th. So, but we'll talk about it. शायद 29th को हो पाए. What I may be able to do.
या तो अगर मैं और तू फ्री होंगे तो फाइनल्स देखते देखते पॉडकास्ट करेंगे.
Yes, we would do anything. World Test Championship के लिए तो मुझे करना ही है, boss. One of those days we have to do.
World Test Championship we will discuss first week of June जब मैं एक बार North America land
करता हूँ. I'm saying one of the days or like the deciding session or something, we might be able to do live World Test Championship.
वो manage कर लेंगे.
Because that can also be an Ashes preview. I mean, guys, can you imagine? This is a dream summer for cricket fans. Yeah, can you imagine the kind of?
This is the best year for cricket.
Best year, the unbelievable games that are coming, and India is also, by the way, playing a lot of international cricket now. June, July से India is World Cup तो आ ही रहा है, and India is also coming to the West Indies, so वो भी देखने का मजा अलग आएगा.
Okay, so चल अभी मैं क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. पहला क्वेश्चन है, did PBKS cheat by replacing an Indian player with an overseas player as impact player when they played against MI and ended up with 5 overseas players?
I'll have to see. I don't think they did. I mean, if they did, obviously it would be it would not be allowed.
I mean, if IPL the governing body of IPL is allowing it, आपको क्या problem है भाई? Cheating कहाँ से हो गई वो?
No, but I think Prabhsimran Singh was substituted out, and Nathan Ellis came, and they only had three: Matthew Short, Liam Livingston, and Sam Curran. No. They didn't. They only had three. They only started with three Indian players. They did not start with four overseas players. So I don't know. Maybe that person can clarify what their question is. But I'm looking at the scorecard here, and I see Matthew Short, Prabhsimran, Atharva, Liam, Harpreet, Sam Curran. So yeah, only three overseas. So it was perfectly okay.
Okay, दूसरा क्वेश्चन था, हर्षा has never played Ranji or above. Why does Harsha get the license to criticize players on social media on techniques? And then when people were criticizing KL, it was Harsha was criticizing them. I don't know what it is all about, but I'm giving you the
Well,
gist.
I mean, I don't see why one would say that. That way, Ramakant Achrekar never played anything. So why the hell should he quote the greatest batsman ever played for India, Sachin Tendulkar? By the way, happy 50th birthday, Sachin Tendulkar. We had to say this once.
Yeah.
ही मतलब उसको 50 हो गए, दैट मींस वी आर एजिंग आवरसेल्व्स व्हेन वी से कि हम लोग ने तो बहुत बार उसको लाइव देखा है खेलते हुए और स्टेडियम पे देखा है, बट द एंटायर कंट्री एज्ड इटसेल्फ व्हेन सचिन टर्न 50. So I had to, if there is no cricket podcast that is complete without saying that. But by the way, remind me, Kushal, before we end this podcast, I want to talk a little bit about the Sydney Cricket Ground and what they did. Yes, on Sachin's birthday. Okay. But coming back to that point, I don't think Harsha, just because Harsha has not played international cricket, he shouldn't be criticizing it. I think Harsha was talking about the style of play, and if he was wrong, then there are players in the commentary box. So Sunny Gavaskar hai, Ravi Shastri hai, they should have pushed back or questioned him, right? A lot of players are agreeing. The real issue here is that the overseas commentators are not beholden to the BCCI or don't need access from the Indian players. And Harsha is at a point where he is not dependent as well. So they are speaking their minds out, and the BCCI contracted commentators are not. And that is the issue for them. They think, so unfortunately there is a huge difference. आप लोग बोल सकते हो, so we don't get Geo Cinema here, we get it on Willow, so we only get the world feed of IPL. I don't know how the commentary has been on the IPL, but
so I want to talk about it because
okay.
Can I just say Geo Cinema, people look, I like Reliance. I am not paid a single penny by Reliance. I like the Ambanis. I am beginning by stating that. मैं start कर रहा हूं ये उसके पास. Boss, they have changed. The way cricket is going to be distributed. The game has changed. They have made Geo Cinema access free this year. And you know what the amazing bit is?
Yeah.
The numbers have hit the roof. Star, which is doing the television gig, I don't know how to say, but they have been hit in the proverbial royal jewels. I'm telling you, I have spoken to people inside. Star की फटी हुई है कि ये जियो ने कर क्या दिया है.
Yeah.
उन्होंने क्या किया? उन्होंने बोला सब देखो, तू नंबर्स देख यार जियो के. मैं आईपीएल नहीं देखता था, इस साल देख रहा हूं, मगर मैं क्यूरियोसिटी के लिए हमेशा हॉटस्टार पे जाकर आई वुड लुक एट द नंबर्स, लाइव कितने लोग देख रहे हैं. Bro, you cannot compare what's happening on Geo Cinema to Disney Hotstar. You just cannot compare. Now, to answer your question on the commentary, look, the dugout sucks. Bhojpuri, I love it. It is so entertaining. It is amazing. Punjabi commentary, amazing. If you are a Punjabi, you should listen to the Punjabi commentary. I cannot comment on the Gujarati commentary. I think maybe अगर तू सुनेगा, तू comment कर पाएगा, मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have no access to play because it's blocked.
I cannot comment.
Yeah.
Although अभी थोड़े से English commentary में अच्छे changes आए हैं, it is good. I heard the Marathi commentary. It was okay. I didn't enjoy it. Although, in fact, at a language level, I relate to Marathi and Punjabi equally at a language level. And actually, honestly, even Gujarati, because of my Mumbai upbringing. So these three languages I relate to very personally. But I did not enjoy it as much. The Punjabi commentary and the Bhojpuri commentary, it brought life to the game. Ravi Kishan and many others who are doing the commentary. And boss, Jio has done the biggest favor to cricket by doing what they have done. Boss, unki ad revenue ne unka paisa cover kar diya hai. You just
Yeah.
socha, IPL is played at the peak time, right? 7 to 11 is your peak viewership time on television. Usme they have said sab free dekho.
Yeah.
सारे नंबर यहां आ गए. They are raking in the money through ad revenue because they are like, boss 2 करोड़ मेरे को देख रहा है लाइव, क्या घंटा टीवी पे देख रहा है कोई? स्टार स्पोर्ट्स इस समय खून के आंसू रो रहा होगा, खून के आंसू.
I think Star Sports, where if they are making the money, they probably are making it by distribution because World Feed वो distribute करते हैं, right?
वो कर रहे
So
हैं.
I don't, yeah. So I don't know. Or
आईपीएल की जो तेरे जैसी डायस्पोरा ऑडियंस है ना, वो भयंकर बड़ी हो गई है अभी यार. आईपीएल प्रोडक्ट है कि क्या है? मतलब कितने लोग देखते हैं यार? मेरा तो दिमाग
because of the
काम
time.
हो गया.
Kushal, because of the time. मैं weekend पे, so on Saturday, Sunday in my house, like okay, I'll give you the example of my wife. She will not watch any other cricket देखती है on and off. She will watch the IPL religiously, right? She loves watching T20 cricket. At the time, Saturday, Sunday, subah mein, from 5 o'clock in the morning here, game start, right? So even if you're not up for the morning, by 8, 9 o'clock, you're up. So from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, it's a perfect time. Even people like, agar koi work from home kar raha hai, kuch kar raha hai, right? They have it streaming on their phone, right? And Willow ki coverage this time, I mean, except if they sort out the lag issues, because the coverage is about 3 seconds or 4 seconds behind India. So you cannot follow it on CrickBuzz or Cricinfo because it spoils the game for you. If they sort out that, the production value is stunning. It is brilliant, right? It's not what ESPN used to do.
Camera angles dekh, umpire ka cam dekh. Yaar, it is like you even watching on the live stream, they give you different camera viewing angles.
Yeah,
Who the hell does it?
It's outstanding. It's brilliant, and the best part is the commentary broadcast amongst the overseas audience, overseas commentators has really improved this time, right? So you take out Rohan Gavaskar and others, right? You're beginning, but when you have the likes of Simon Dool, you have this Mark Howard, like what I said, Harsha, even Sanjay Manjrekar, for that matter, has been very interesting. Sanjay Manjrekar, to me, made the point of the IPL. The point of the IPL, which may have missed because people are saying death bowling, ye hai, spinners bowl well in the death. And he said it is rubbish. 15 spinners bowl 15th and 16th overs. Okay, most of the teams in the IPL are taking it deep and scoring the most in 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, or 18th, 19th, 20th. I want to see a spinner bowl the 18th or 19th over and see how many runs they go by. Right, so I think that was a very brilliant point because sare spinners like Yuzvendra Chahal is your prime example. He starts from over 7th and he ends in over 16th or 17th. I love Chahal, but I have never seen Chahal bowl. Ashwin, on the other hand, will always bowl in the top 6 overs or the last 4 overs. Right, बीच में तो डालता ही है पर उसकी एक ओवर
अश्विन है ना मगर.
No, I'm saying those overs are more likely to go for more runs than the overs that Chahal is doing, right? So Chahal will get, but देखो टीम का हर एक का रोल्स होता है, right? So you cannot say that Chahal only goes for 7 and Ashwin goes for 8 or 9, right? Without putting this in proper context. So that is why Sanjay Manjrekar made this point, and that got Murli Karthik very annoyed in the commentary. मतलब वो Spinners Association का unofficial president है ना? He's like, how can you say? But it was good. I like that. That is the kind of banter we need in the commentary box. A commentator is having a little bit of a go at each other rather than Kevin Peterson just yelling his lungs out every 5 minutes. But ठीक है, वो भी ठीक है. It's good.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
No, I love it. I love this, what they have done to the coverage. I think there is a significant improvement than what they did last time. And actually, the fact that Star Sports got rid of the dugout has actually improved the coverage a lot better.
You think so?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because they don't have to share resources. They have they are not this obsessed ki jaake har ek break mein niche, except for 1 or 2 interviews, they don't do many. So when it comes to the crunch games and when it comes to the playoffs, you will have 7 or 8 of the best voices in the commentary box. Also Mr. Gavaskar, but वो ठीक है, सह लेंगे वो भी थोड़ा.
Fair enough. I think this IPL overall, I would say, as always, IPL never fails to deliver. It's an entertaining product. Um, people love it. Every single match, the
Okay,
stadiums are sold
no,
out.
no,
Every
Kushal,
match.
let me tell you what happened from April 16th. Okay, Gujarat against Rajasthan, that epic game ends in a actually no. Let's go a little bit further, right? Let's start with the crazy Rinku Singh game. Again, last ends in the last over. RCB Lucknow Super Giants again ends in the last over. Delhi Capitals Mumbai Indians again the last over. Then Rajasthan Royals and Chennai Super Kings again the last over. Punjab Gujarat. I mean, you had out of, I would say, 20 games, you had about 12 or 13 going down to literally the wire. It went down to the last ball. They were that close, that brilliant games. So kudos to the players. The level, the reason why the games are going so close, before people are like, oh, games close ho rahe, ye wo, setup, wet up, no, it's because the level of the cricket that is being played is at the highest quality. So even if you have a bad day, someone will make you pay. Let's look at what happened in yesterday's game. Okay, Gujarat. The reason I talk about it is because I think Mumbai was exceptional in the power play. Gujarat was 50 for 2 and they were 100 for 4 in 12.2 overs. Every scorecard on this planet was saying that 170, 180 is the predicted score. How much did they get? 207. They score 19.4 overs, they were 205. In 7.1 overs, they scored 104 runs. And not one of those shots, except for one drop on the boundary, Miller, Abhinav Manohar, and Rahul Tewatia middled the shit out of every ball, except for 3 or 4 deliveries. And they were like 80 meters, 90 meters hits with Abhinav Manohar. So I'm saying if the bowlers had 2 bad overs, after bowling 12 bad overs, the batters did get to pay. So there is not one moment of intensity that you can, let loose, thodi intensity kam kar de. That is how brilliant this IPL has been. And that is, it's kudos. And if we get to a point where we have more franchises, like we have 14, 15, 16 franchises, because eventually wahi hoga, I think it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing where, I see it'll be like an NFL style model where the same division is playing each and every one on home and away basis, and everyone is playing the other team every other year. And that will be brilliant for the IPL. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and you know what? I think this is the perfect way to end our discussion. You have given the best endorsement, and I love the idea of Geo taking over the IPL. I love the overall packaging this time. I know I'm a T20 hater, but I have to admit, I have not seen every game. हर गेम की highlights देखी, कुछ games
Yeah.
देखी.
Right.
I have enjoyed it. I will never like it the way I love Test cricket or ODI 50 over cricket, but I understand why people love T20 cricket. I'm able to appreciate it a little more now on a very serious note. And you know what? Maybe next month we could do, because it happens to be a Friday, we'll try to do a live stream with the match on. हम लोग try करेंगे. We'll experiment with it. Let's see if we can.
Huh?
I will ask Nikhil if he can come also. I'll
Yeah.
ask a few others to keep joining us on the live stream while they watch the
Yeah.
game, and so we'll try
Or
it.
maybe,
But we,
we'll do it, or maybe either, if not for a Friday, we can do it for a Saturday game or something. But we can discuss the logistics. We can announce it 2-3 days in advance and absolutely plan a live stream. And अपनी
yeah.
खुद की commentary शुरू करेंगे. क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
अरे देखेंगे मैच साथ में देखेंगे लाइव 28 लकीली फ्राइडे है देख 28 है ना तेरा नहीं
Yeah.
सॉरी 28 मई देखना है ना
Yeah.
28 मई है ना 28 मई संडे है नहीं कर सकते
हाँ.
कर सकते तो मंडे को करेंगे द डे आफ्टर
हाँ.
द डे आफ्टर द डे
The day
आफ्टर द
after
फाइनल
करेंगे. But no, I'm saying, Kushal, we can do it for an IPL league. अगर कोई important league game या decider है on Saturday or something, Friday or Saturday, we can do a
रुक
live
जा
watch
मेरे
along
को
for both.
देखने थे मई में है ना तेरा सेमीफाइनल्स का कोई शेड्यूल देख अगर 26 को कोई मैच होएगा तो देख ले यहाँ 24 को कोई मैच होगा देख लेंगे
हाँ तो maybe 24th या ऐसा कुछ we can plan to do it.
ठीक है चल ओके एज ऑलवेज प्लेजर टॉकिंग टू यू बडी एंड मिलते हैं अगले महीने फिर से और अभी हाँ अगले हफ्ते मिल रहे हैं इलेक्शन की पॉडकास्ट करनी है
yes election की podcast के लिए and that will be a very different one.
या कर्नाटका इलेक्शंस चलो
yes
Okay, guys, we will end today's podcast. As of now, what's the score? It's 18 for no loss in 2.5 overs for KKR. I hope RCB loses. I'm just kidding, RCB fans. I don't care, but I do hope they lose. Uh, as always, follow Adit on Twitter and subscribe to the Mindmakers podcast too. And please like the Cārvāka podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're an audio listener, please leave a rating on iTunes or Spotify or जहाँ पे भी तुम लोग सुनते हो. And once again, guys, this is a member-driven podcast. Only members survive. No sponsored videos or no ad reads or anything. So please become a member. Go on YouTube or on Patreon or on Fanbo and support the podcast. You can also buy the merchandise on kushalmehra.com/shop. I will see you next time with another discussion. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye.